Hello, everybody. You are looking live at Dover Downs for the Budweiser 500. And on the pole for this race is Texas Terry Labonte starting second. The man that won the last race at Talladega, Handsome Harry Gant. Starting third is Neil Bonnet. Starting fourth is Bill Elliott. Starting fifth is Ricky Rudd. Starting sixth is Jeffrey Bodine. Starting seventh is Richard Petty. Eighth is Tim Richmond. Ninth, Dale Earnhardt. 10th is Rusty Wallace. 11th, Bobby Allison. 12th is Kyle Petty. 13th is Ron Bouchard. 14th is Buddy Baker. 15th is Lake Speed. 16th is DW, Darren Waltrip. 17th is Dwyer. 18th is Schrader. 19th is Marcus. 20th is Means. 21st is Arrington. 22nd is Hilton. 23rd is Bowman. 24th is Bushwalt. 25th is Newsom. 26th is JD. 27th is Feel Good. I feel good. Do 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 do. 28th is Tommy Krosner. 29th is Bob Riley. 30th is Jimmy Walker. 31st is Bobby Hillen Jr. And last but not least is Mr. Phil Parsons. Let's get down here to the race and get things started here. We drop the green flag. Texas Terry Labonte is going to take us to the first turn. And this is a 500-mile race, 50 turns. And we're off and running. And that's already going to be a duel. And that'll be Richard going up against Harry Ganton. He's going to be happy early here. He's not going to try to chance it. So that's turn number one. And turn number two is going to be the middle group and control. Let's see who's got control back here. And first up's going to be Mr. DW trying to get up into the top seven. And that's going to be a 5-6-4, and he gets the king. DW goes from 16th up to 7th. Next up is Buddy Baker with two chances. Could get the lead here, folks. On a 4-4-4 instead, he's got a problem. Buddy Baker's got a problem right out the gate. And that's going to be a 63 unscheduled pit stop, unspecified reasons, and he's going to need to get a 3 to stay in this race, folks. So Buddy Baker's going to be the first victim of the monster, and he's the first victim. So Buddy Baker in the 88 is going to finish 32nd. First car out of the race. 100 miles into the race here. 20 miles rather into the race. Buddy Baker's already out. And that'll make next guy up will be Ron Bouchard. Can Ron get out of the middle group here? And that's going to be triples for Ron Bouchard. Another problem. The monster looks like it's biting its victims in the butt here. That's a cut tire. He will stay in the race, but he will drop down to 31st. Next up is Bobby Allison. See if he can avoid having a problem here. And that's going to be a 3-5-6. He gets Jeffrey Bodine, goes from 11th up to 6th. Next up is Rusty Wallace. He's got two chances here. Try to get the lead maybe. On a 1-3-6, 1-3-5. He gets Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. And Bill goes back to 10th. And now Rusty's got a shot at the lead. And it'll take a take a 6 to get it. See if Rusty can get the lead here. Nope. And next up is Dale Earnhardt trying to get in that top group on a 2-5-4. And Bobby doesn't stay there very long. Maybe he does. Nope. A 3. So Earnhardt gets up to 6th. And last but not least is Tim Richmond, trying to move up to the top group. And not with the 6, he doesn't. And we'll see who's going to move up here to the middle group. First one with a chance is Jimmy Means. He moves up. Next up is Bobby Arrington. He doesn't. How about Hilton? He doesn't. How about Bowman? And Bowman does. Moves up to 19th. We drop one car from the field. Only 30 cars now in the race. So we move to turn number 3. Sorry, 31 cars in the race. And we're on to turn number 3 here at Dover. And that's going to be a top group of skill. Who's got the skill? Earnhardt's got skill. And I'll take a 4, 5, or a 6 to get Terry. And a 2, 5. Earnhardt gets the lead here at Dover. Turn number 3. The 3 car gets the lead. And Rusty Wallace going for the lead here. And a 1, 2's not happening. Neil Bonnet, can he get the lead? Put that Budweiser up front in the Budweiser 500, and Earnhardt holds him off. Turn number 4 we go. That's going to be a top group of TV and a problem. First up is DW. Can DW get the lead here? Take a 5 or a 6 to get him. And a 5, 6. DW puts his Budweiser Chevy up front in the Budweiser 500. Terry Labonte with the chance to get the lead back. And it'll take a 6 to beat DW. 5, 1's not going to get it done. The last one's Handsome Harry Gant. And a 2, 2. And now, who's got the problem? And the problem's going to be Ron Bouchard. What kind of problems poor Ron have? 44. It's going to be an oil problem. And Ron needs to roll a 3 to stay in this race, or he'll be the second victim of the Monster Mile. And the Miles, the monster, bites his butt. And poor Ron's going to finish 31st. And we go to turn number 5. 2 cars out of the race. And we got another duel, and it's going to be Earnhardt going after Handsome Harry Gant. Earnhardt gets the job done and gets a chip. Puts Harry in a bad spot. And we do add 1 to escape. So that'll be an 8 for him to be all right. And he is wrecked. So Handsome Harry Gant has wrecked. Let's see if they can get the car back out here. And that'll bring out a caution. And Earnhardt's done it again. He has wrecked another driver. Typical Dale Earnhardt here. And repair stays the same. And Harry's going to need an 8 to stay in this race. And he gets it, but he'll drop back to 30th. Everybody will move up because of the caution. Freaking Earnhardt causing more problems. Wrecks Handsome Harry Gant. But they get the Skull Bandit back out on the track. Let's see if Handsome Harry can retaliate here. Get Earnhardt back later on. Still got 30 cars running. And that'll take us to our first pit stop. And that's going to be both groups 6 and 4 switch. We'll grab some chips here and see who gets them. We'll start with DW, the leader. See if DW can get a chip here. Take a 6 for him to get a chip. And he does. Earnhardt needs a 5 to get a second chip. He does. Neil Bonnet needs a 5. First of all, we'll go back here and redo this because I didn't roll 2 dice. They're all going to get chips if I keep doing it that way, huh? DW doesn't get a chip. Earnhardt doesn't get a chip. Neil doesn't get a chip. Rusty doesn't get a chip. Tim Richmond doesn't get a chip. Terry does get a chip. Nice job by that Piedmont crew. Ricky Rudd needs a 6. Doesn't get one. Bobby needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Awesome Bill needs a 9. He gets it done. Nice job by that Melling crew. Jeffrey Bodine needs a 6. He doesn't get it. Cal Petty needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Speed needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Petty needs a 6. No, needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Bowman needs Snake Eyes. Doesn't get it. Arrington needs a 3. He doesn't get it. Marcus needs a 3. Doesn't get it. Jimmy Smut Means needs a 3. Doesn't get it. Dwyer needs Snake Eyes. Doesn't get it. And last but not least, Ken Schrader needs a 3. Doesn't get it. So not many good pit stops here on the first round. And we go to turn number 8. And we got a top group of Star. Who's got the star here? And Ricky Rudd, he's a star. Take a 6 to get DW. A 6-1 is not the right way. Neil Bond and his teammates got star. Wrong 6. Terry doesn't have a star, and neither does Earnhardt. So DW holds on to the lead. We go to turn number 9. As Pesky Pole joins us here. Yeah, it would be cool, wouldn't it? It is an awesome game. When I'm playing it, it's my favorite game. If I'm playing Appa's my favorite game, but this is a great game, Pesky. I agree with you, buddy. Check out Pesky Pole's great channel, folks. And now we move on to turn number 9. We got a middle group of skill. Who's got the skill back here to get her done? And the first one up is Lake Speed. And a 1-1's not getting it done. And we drop the darn thing. We don't drop the dice, we drop the marker. And let's see who's after Mr. Speed. Cal Petty's got skill. I think he's got double skill. Yep, Cal Petty's got double skill. Could take the lead here, folks. Can he put that Wood Brothers Ford up front? And a 4-1-6. Earnhardt has to use his chip to hold him off. He's got a second chance here, though. A 2-6-3. And he gets Rudd. One Ford passes another. Ricky and that Bud Moore Motorcraft Ford drops back to 11th. Cal Petty and that Woods Brothers Ford moves up to 7th. Here comes Jeffrey Bodine up there now. And a 5's not going to get her done. And Awesome Bill's got a chip and skill. See if he has to burn his chip. But nope. He's going to get 5th away from Rusty Wallace and doesn't have to burn his chip. So Bill moves up to the top 5, knocking Rusty back to 8th. We move on to turn number 10. 100 miles into the race. And we got a middle group of skill again. And the first one up this time is again Lake Speed. First one with skill. and a 4, 5, 6. And he's going to make old Bill burn his chip. Next up is Jeffrey Bodine. No, wrong one. Bill's not 5. It says Tim Richmond's 5. And Tim Richmond is going to get passed. I'm glad I re-looked at. Sure. Let's do this right here. So Richmond falls back to 12th. Leg speed up to 6th. And Ricky Rudd doesn't have skill, but Jeffrey Bodine has skill. And that's going to be a 5. Can't get her done. And last but not least, Rusty Wallace in that 2 car. And that's going to be a 5. Not going to get her done. We move to turn number 11. And we got a middle group of Smart. A lot going on back here in this middle group. First got at Smart's Ken Schrader. Can Kenny get out of the bottom, out of the middle group on a 4? Nope. Dave Marcus is double Smart. Should get the lead here on a 1, 3, 6. He gets up to 16th, up to 4th, and now he's got a shot at the lead. Can Dave Marcus take the lead away from DW? It'll take a 6 to get him here, folks. And a 4 doesn't get it done. Next up is Buddy Arrington. He's Smart. And a 4-1's not getting it done. And Richard Petty, the king, he's Smart. And a 2, 1, 5, and he's going to get Earnhardt and go from 13th up to 2nd. How about the king putting that 43 car up there? Next up's Ricky Rudd trying to get that Bud Moore's Ford up front again, but not on a 5. He needed a 4. And the last Smart driver's Bobby Allison in that Nygaard 22. And a 6 not going to get her done. And we go on to turn number 12. And we got the bottom group of Control. First time we've been in the bottom group. Handsome Harry Gantz, but thereafter Earnhardt wrecked him. And he get out of this bottom group on a 3, 6, 2. And he goes from 30th up to 19th. Gets out of that bottom group for now. And who has control? Phil Parsons got control. See if Phil can get out of here. Not with a 6. As a matter of fact, Phil's got a problem. What kind of problems Mr. Parsons have? Phil Parsons. Benny's brother with a 61. He's got an engine problem. And he's going to need a 3 to stay in the race. And he's not going to. So the 66 car will finish 30th. Phil's out of the race. We'll just move Kenny on up so we don't have to fool with that later. And the last one with control is Eddie Brashear. And Eddie trying to get out of this bottom group, not with a 5, he's not. We move on to turn number 13, just moving right along. That's going to be a bottom group of a problem in the bottom group. And he's got the problem. Mr. Walker's got the problem. What kind of problems Mr. Walker have? A 43. He's got an overheating problem. Matter of fact, let's look. Mr. Walker might not need to roll the problem. He doesn't. He blows up with that overheating problem. So Walker is going to finish 29th. And that's 68X. So Walker is the 4th car out of the race. And we got 29 cars running. You got DW in the lead. The King in 2nd. Texas. Terry Labonte third. Dave Marcus fourth. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville rounds out the top 5. Speed sixth. Kyle Petty. 2 Petties in the top 10. 8th is Rusty. 9th is Bobby Allison. And rounding out the top 10 is Jeffrey Bodine as we go on to turn number 14. We got a middle group of Smart. Who's Smart back here? And you got Harry, Handsome Harry again. Double Smart could get the lead. See what Harry can do. On a 3, 2, 6. And Terry's going to burn his chip to keep Harry back, but he's got another shot here. And a 5. He should have 5. Yep. A 5, 6, 4. He gets Cal Petty, goes from 19th up to 7th. And Buddy Arrington's the next Smart driver we got. Not with a 5. And Ricky Rudd trying to get back up in that top group. Let's see if Rudd can do it here with a 5. Nope, he needed a 4. And the last Smart guy is Bobby Allison. And a 5. Not going to happen. We are on turn 15 now. And that's going to be a top group of Control. And Harry Gant's got Control. We'll take how many laps has he led? DW gets a chip. He's led more than 10 laps here in a row. So DW gets a chip. And it'll take a 6 to beat DW. Handsome Harry. Here we go. And a 6 not going to get her done. Here comes Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. Takes a 6 to get him. And a 5, 6, 6. DW will use his chip to hold him off. Bill will use his chip to take it back. So Awesome Bill gets the lead here on turn number 15. First time that Coors Melling Thunderbird's been up front. And Terry Labonte's got 2 chances at Bill. He'll take a 6 to beat Bill. And a 6-1's not going to get her done, but Terry's got another shot at him. And a 6-1 not going to get her. So Bill keeps the lead. We go to turn number 16. And that's going to be another top group. And we got trouble in the top group. Here we go, folks. Here we go. And it is a +1 for escape. Bill needs a 10 or less to avoid it. He does. Richard needs a 6 or less. And the King's involved in the wreck. There's 1 car involved. Terry Labonte needs an 8 or less. And he doesn't get it. Terry's involved. 1 more and we're going to that middle group. Dave Marcus needs a 6 or less. Doesn't get it. So we're going to the middle group, folks. We got the big one. And DW needs a 9 or less. And he gets it. Stays in the race. Barely stays in the race. Well, doesn't get involved in the wreck, let me put it that way. Speed, he needs a 9 or less. And he gets it. Handsome Harry Gant needs an 8. Doesn't get it. Handsome Harry's involved in another wreck. Rusty needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Bobby Allison, he needs a 7. Doesn't get it. This ain't looking good. The monster's kicking their butt here today, it looks like. Jeffrey Bodine needs a 9. Barely gets it. Keep them up here. Ricky Rudd needs a 9. Doesn't get it. Ricky's involved. Tim Richmond. Tim needs an 8. And box cars all around. Doesn't get it. Earnhardt needs a 7. He gets it with snake eyes. Jerry Bowman needs a 6. And he gets it. And Buddy Arrington needs an 8. He doesn't get it. 1 more car and we're into the bottom group, folks. 1 more car that joins us. Neil needs a 9 and doesn't get it, so we're going to the bottom group. Next up is Jimmy Smut Means. He needs a 6. He gets it. Clint Dwyer needs a 6. Dwyer doesn't get it. And Cal Petty. Can the Woods brothers stay out of trouble here? He needs a 9 and gets it. So everybody will move up here to the top group. Well, not everybody. Cal Petty won't. Alrighty, we're going to the bottom group here. We got the biggin, folks. The biggin. James Hoyt needs a 6. Doesn't get it. He joins the crowd of wreckers. And Eddie Burchwell needs a 6. Eddie doesn't get it. They're wrecking everywhere here at the Monster Mile. Miles, the Monster's winning this race. Eddie needs a 6. He gets it. JD needs a 6. And he doesn't get it. I feel good. Feel good needs an 8. Doesn't get it. Damn. And Tommy needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Hardly anybody's making it through, folks. So far, only 9 cars have made it through this calamity. And Rob, he can't wreck. He makes it through. Bobby Hillen needs a 9. He doesn't. Yes, he barely makes it through. And Kenny Schrader needs an 8. And he makes it through. So how many cars we got in this calamity here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 17 cars in this calamity. And Rob, this is still the beginning of the race. He needs an 11. Stay in the race. And he doesn't get it. They can't fix the car. Wait a second. First of all, Rob should have made it through. Rob should have made it through. Why did I put him on that pal? So he should be there. There's no way with an 11. He had to make it 12. That's what I said. So first car's up. Tommy, he's not going to make it. Get the car repaired. He's going to finish 28th in the 85. Tommy can't get that car repaired. Next up. Next up is Feel Good. Can Phil keep himself in this race? Phil needs a 7. And he gets it. So Phil, we'll put you back here around 20. We'll do 27th. JD, needs a 7. He gets it. Eddie needs a 7. He gets it. At least they're getting the cars fixed. James needs a 7. He doesn't get it. James Hilton will finish in the 27th spot in that 49 car. And Dwyer needs a 7. He gets it. Neil Bonnet needs a 8. Doesn't get it. Neil Bonnet in the 12 car is going to finish 26th. That's going to hurt his championship position. He's third in the points right now, folks. Neil Bonnet drops out of this race. Buddy Arrington needs an 8. He gets it. Tim Richmond needs a 7. He gets it. Ricky Rudd needs an 8. He barely gets it. Bobby Allison needs a 7. Doesn't get it. The 22 car is going to finish 25th. Bobby Allison out of this race. Rusty Wallace needs a 7. Doesn't get it. The 2 cars out of the race. Handsome Harry Gant needs an 8. Gets it. Handsome Harry, man. They're doing a good job repairing that Skull Bandit. That's the second time he's wrecked and they've repaired it. D. Marcus needs a 7. He gets it. And now you got Terry Labonte needs a 7. And he gets it. And last but not least is the King needs a 7. And the King gets it. Now we got to move these guys up. And we're down to 23 cars in the race. That took us past the pit stop. So we'll have the pit stop here on turn number 19. Make the pit stop. As caution is out with that Calamity. There was what? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 cars. 5 cars that couldn't get repaired, folks. So the green, well, under the caution, they're going to come into the pits. Let's see here. Got the middle group 1 and 5 is going to switch. And the middle group's got a shot here at getting some chips. Grab some here. And Handsome Harry Gann will be the first one up. Can he get a chip? A 5. And Handsome Harry gets a chip. Ricky Rudd needs a 6. He doesn't get one. Helen needs a 5. He gets one. Ken Schrader needs a 3. He gets one. Man, these crews are doing good after fixing these cars up. Bob needs a 7. He gets one. Look at all these chips. The King needs a 4. He doesn't get it. Bonnie needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Dave Marcus needs a 3. Doesn't get it. Kyle Petty needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Rick needs Snake Eyes. Doesn't get it. Tim Richmond needs a 4. Doesn't get it. And last but not least, Arrington needs a 3. Doesn't get it. But quite a few here did. That's for sure. Now let's see if anybody can beat Bill out of the pits here. A 2 and a 6 ain't happening, so Bill keeps the lead. We go to turn number 20. 200 miles in the books here at Dover Downs. And the green flag comes out. Bill Elliott's going to lead us to the green flag. And here we go, back to racing. That's going to be a duel and a 9. 5 cars in the middle. And Rick definitely ain't. And Cal Petty, he's going to stay put also. Or maybe not. He can move up to what, 12th? He's going to go for it. Petty makes it. Puts his dad in trouble. No, he doesn't put Ricky Rudd in trouble. Ricky Rudd's in trouble here. Which Ricky need to stay out of it. A 9. A 9. So Ricky don't wreck. And he's wrecking. And Cal Petty just wrecked Ricky Rudd. Ricky, man, you don't fuck with Ricky Rudd. That's not going to be good. So everybody's going to move up. Let's see if Ricky can stay in this race. And that Bud Moore. And Ricky is a D. He's going to need a 6. A 6 to stay in the race. Doesn't get it. Ricky Rudd gets wrecked out of this race on turn number 20 by Ricky Rudd. As the caution's out. And Ricky Rudd's going to finish 23rd. Ooh, I hate to be Kyle Petty at the end of this race. He better hope Ricky leaves the track and goes home early. Woo, Ricky is hot. So we move on to turn number 22. The green flag comes back out. And we're back to racing, folks. We got a middle group of skill and a problem. So skill and then a problem. First up with skill is Tim Richmond. Can he get out of this? And a 6 can't get her done. And here comes Cal Petty. Just got that chip. He's got skill. And a 5-2. And he's going to get leg speed, but he's going to have to burn his chip. He goes from 12th up to 3rd. So it paid off wrecking old Ricky Rudd, I guess. They don't have skill. Bobby Hillen's got skill with the chip. Let's see what Bobby does here. And 6-6, and he's going to burn his chip and get up to 7th. Jimmy Means falls back to 9th. And then we have the problem, and who's got the problem? And this poor JD's got the problem, and he blows up. The 70 car finished 20th. And we go to turn number 23, getting close to the halfway point here. And we got a duel of 5. The 5 car. That's DW going up against Jerry. See if DW can get the job done. He does. He'll get a chip. Puts Bowman in a bad spot. Bowman needs a 6 knocked a wreck. And he doesn't. So we go to turn number 24. And that's going to be a middle group of Smart. Who's Smart back here? First guy Smart's Buddy Arrington in that 67 car. And a 4-1's not getting it done. And here comes Dave Marcus. He's double smart. Can he get the job done? Not with a 5, he can't. One more chance for him. And a 4, he can't. Terry Labonte's double smart. And Terry with a 1-4-6. He's going to take over 5th from Earnhardt. And he's got a shot at the lead here, folks. And it'll take a 5 or 6 to get Bill. And a 1-5. Terry Labonte goes from 14th up to the lead, folks. Knocks Bill back to 5th. Here on turn number 24. The pole sitter finally gets back to the front. Let's see now. Who else is smart? The King's smart. See if the King can get up here. And a 3-6-2. And nope, Bobby Hillen holds him off. And Ken Schrader smart and a chip. And a 1-6-4. And he's going to get Hillen Jr. without using his chip. So Ken Schrader moves up to 7th. Keeps his chip. And last but not least is Handsome Harry Gant with the chip. And 2 chances. Harry Gant can get the lead here, folks. And a 1-4-6. And he knocks Bill. Bill was leading this race just a few rolls of the dice ago. Drops back to 8th. Handsome Harry Gant's up to 5th. And as long as he don't roll triples, he's going to get the lead. Take a 6 to get Terry. So he'll have to burn his chip. But Handsome Harry Gant goes from 8th up to the lead. And poor Bill was leading this race. Drops back to 8th. Here on turn 24. We're halfway. Cross flags are out. Halfway through this race on turn number 25. And you got the middle group of Reflex in the middle group. First up is Dwyer. Haven't talked about Dwyer today. Can Clark get up here to the top group? on a 1-6-4. Ken Schrader's going to have to burn his chip to hold the wire off. How about that? Here comes Tim Richmond with 2 chances. Oh, terrible Tim could get the lead here. On a 4. Yep, 4-2-5, and he goes from 17th up to 3rd. Kyle Petty drops back, and Tim could get the chance at the lead here, folks. It'll take a 6 to get old Harry Gant. And triples, poor Tim Richmond, charging up front, has a problem. What kind of problems poor Tim got? He cuts a tire down, and that's going to be the end of the race for Tim. Beating and banging, trying to get up through there. The 27 car is going to finish 21st. Ain't that a shame? Old Milwaukee car's out of the race. What made Milwaukee famous has made a loser out of me, Tim said. And Rick's got a shot here moving up. And a 2-5-6. He's going to go from 16th up to 6th. Nice job here by Rick. Gets into the top 10. And here comes Dave Marcus, 2 chances here. And a 3-4-2. And Terry Labonte will hold him off. Now you got Dave Marcus has got another shot. And a 2-3-6. And he gets Jeffrey Bodine. A lot of movement here. He goes from 15th up to 4th. Dave Marcus flying up through there. Earnhardt's got 2 chances here. And a 1-2-5, and nobody's there, so Earnhardt's going to move up. Or should I do it the other way? So I'll move these guys. I don't know. There's nobody there. How should I do this? Should have just probably moved everybody up. That's what we're going to do. Move everybody up. He's still going to get poor Dave Marcus is going to drop back. And now Richard with a shot here. And a 1-6-3, and there's nobody in that spot. Nobody in that spot. So we're just going to move Richard up there. And now you got leg speed with 2 chances. And a 5. Not going to get her done. And Bob here has a chip. He's going to get up to the top group here, folks. On a 5, he knocks Ken Schrader out of 6th. Rob's up there now in the top 10. Knocks Kenny back to 11th. And Jimmy Means with a chance to move up here. And a 5, he doesn't. Now we're in turn 25. Now let's see who's going to move up to the middle group here. And first one up is Eddie with a shot to move up. And he does. So only 1 car, 20 cars in the race. Harry Gant's in the lead. DW 2nd. Earnhardt 3rd. Labonte 4th. Newsom 5th. Riley 6th. Petty, Richard the King Type 7th. Bill 8th. Jimmy Means 9th. And Hillen Jr. 10th. So we go to turn number 26, folks. Past the halfway mark. Official race. And we got a middle group of Smart. Who's Smart back here? First one up is Smart. Is Buddy Arrington. And a 6 ain't getting it done. And Dave Marcus is double Smart here. And a 6 ain't getting it done. And Dave Marcus has got a problem. What kind of problems poor Dave got? 55 is probably an odd problem. And it is. And a 44. Bad rear end, out of the race. So Dave Marcus. And that 71 car is going to finish 20th. We'll go ahead and get this done. And there's no more guys in the bottom group. And next up's Kenny Schrader. He's smart. And a 5-0 happens. Bobby Hillin Jr. smart. A 5-0 happens. And that's the last driver that's smart. On to turn 27, there's another pit stop coming up. It's going to be the middle group, 6 and 3 switch. Let's see who gets some chips back here in this middle group. First up is Awesome Bill. He needs a 9. And he gets it done. Jimmy Means needs a 3. Doesn't get it. Hillin needs a 5. He gets it. Bobby Hillin Jr. gets a chip. Kenny Schrader needs a 3. Like to have that same roll. Doesn't get it. Eddie needs a 2. Snake Eyes. Can he get it? Nope. And Feel Good. He needs Snake Eyes. Doesn't get it. Bowman needs Snake's Eyes. Doesn't get it. Petty needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Arrington needs a 3. He doesn't get it. Dwyer needs Snake Eyes. Doesn't get it. Speed needs a 7. And he gets it done. Nice job by that crew for Lake Speed. A nationwide car. And Bodine needs a 6. Doesn't get it. What did we just do here? We just screwed the pooch here, didn't we? Yeah, we did. There we go. Alrighty, can anybody beat Mr. Gann out of the pits here? A 4-4. Nope. Rick can't do it. We can go on to turn number 28. And we got a middle group of TV and Problem. First will be the TV. The Wires first up. Clark get up here in the top group. And a 4, nope. How about Buddy Arrington? And a 4, no. How about Cal Petty? And a 2, yes. And a 4 and a 2. And he gets 5th. Cal Petty's back up in the top 5 with the Woods brothers. And last one with TV's Lake Speed and a chip. And a 115. He gets DW. Wait a second, DW. Yep, he gets DW without having to use his chip. So Lake Speed's in a good position. And now we got the problem. What kind of problem does we have here? It'll be a poor Richard Petty. The King's going to have a problem. What kind of problems the King have? A 46. Let's see here. A rear end. He's out of the race. King is going to finish 19th. Richard Petty out of the race. And let's see here. Can Awesome Bill move up? Yes, he does with a chip. 19 cars running here. And the winner of this race is Monster Miles, the monster. He's winning this race. 19 cars. I think there's only 16 cars running at the end of this race, though. In real life, in 1985. Alrighty, we go on to turn number 28. Sorry, 29. That'll be a bottom group. There is no bottom group. Turn 30, 300 miles into the race. And for that, another bottom group. There is no bottom group. Turn number 31. Another bottom group. We're flying through this part of the race, aren't we, folks? And now we got a top group of control. And Bill's got control and a chip. And it'll take a 6 to get Harry without burning this chip. And he gets it done. Bill Elliott with the lead. Gets the lead back here at Dover. On turn 32 rather. And Terry Labonte's got 2 chances at him. And it'll take a 6 to get old Bill. Nope, but he's got another shot at him. Nope. And Dare Earnhardt's got a shot at him. And nope. And Lake Speed doesn't have control. We move on to turn 33. And we got a middle group of Smart. And Buddy Arrington Smart. See if Buddy can move up here. Not 67 car. Nope, he needed a 3, got a 4. And Eddie Smart. Can Eddie move up in the 6 car? Nope, needed a 2, got a 4. And Ken Schrader, can he get that Red Baron Ford Junie Donlevy's car up front? Nope. And here comes Bobby Hill, and he's smart with a chip. And a 4 doesn't get it, but he will use his chip, and he will take 6th spot away from Terry Labonte. Terry drops back to 9th. And DW, double smart, has a shot at the lead here, folks. And a 4.66. So he goes from 8th up to 7th. Now he's got a shot at Bill. Of course, Bill's got the chip here. And it'll take a 5 or a 6 to get him. And a 4.6, Bill's going to have to burn his chip to hold DW off. We go to turn number 34. Almost 2/3 of the race is down. And we got a top group of Smart. And here comes DW again. Again, it takes a 5 or a 6 to get Bill. 4.2, he holds him off. Here comes Bobby Hill and Jr. That Snickers car, a 5 doesn't get it done for him. And that's it. Bill holds him off. We go to turn number 35. We're in the last third of the race now, folks. We got a top group of Smart again. DW with 2 chances here. And he gets it done this time. DW gets the lead here from Bill. On turn number 35. DW gets the lead for the second time here. And this Budweiser 500 puts the Budweiser Chevy up front. And it'll take a 6 to beat DW. And here comes Bobby Hill and Jr. 4.2 no. And I think that's it. Nobody else is smart. We go to turn number 36. And that's going to be a bottom group. There is no bottom group. We go to the pit stops here on turn 37. And that'll be both groups 6 and 3 switch. There's only one 6. So, alrighty, now we'll get some chips here with both groups. Alrighty, first up is DW, and he needs a 6, and he's not going to get it. Lake Speed needs a 7 to get a second chip, and he does. Lake Speed sitting there in second with 2 chips. Earnhardt needs a 5, and he doesn't get it. Elliott needs a 9, doesn't get it. Bob needs a 7, he gets it. Bob gets a chip here. Now you got Hillen needs a 5, doesn't get it. Kyle needs a 7, he gets it. Nice job by the Woods brothers. Harry needs an 8, he doesn't get it. Terry needs a 5, he doesn't get it. Jimmy needs a 3, doesn't get it. Schrader needs a 3, doesn't get it. Jeff needs a 6, doesn't get it. Bowman needs Snake Eyes, doesn't get it. Good needs Snake Eyes, doesn't get it. Rick needs Snake Eyes, doesn't get it. Arrington needs a 3, doesn't get it. Dwyer needs Snake Eyes, doesn't get it. Last but not least, Eddie needs Snake Eyes, doesn't get it. So not many good pit stops here. Can anybody beat DW out of the pits is the question here. And a 1-3. And guess what? Lake Speed's got the lead now, folks, with 2 chips. Here on turn 37. Lake Speed is flying, folks. Let's see what happens here with 2 chips. Here we go on turn number 38. That'll be a middle group of Reflex. Who's got the Reflex back here? First up's Dwyer. And a 2-6-3. And he's going to get it from Bobby Hill. And he's going to go from 17th up to 7th. Nice job by Dwyer. Next up is Rick. Can Rick get up here? And a 2-5-4. And he's going to get 6 from Bill. Bill drops back to 15th, folks. Feel Good's got 2 chances. Could get the lead. Ain't that crazy? But not with a 5. And not with a 3. Jeffrey Bodine. Can he get up here to the top? On a 3-6-5. He gets it. Dwyer doesn't stay in the top 10 long. As Jeffrey Bodine gets up there. And now Ken Schrader trying to get that 90 car up there. On a 3-5-5. And poor Rick doesn't stay in the top 10 long either. Ken Schrader gets up there. And here comes Jimmy Smut Means. Not on a 5. Terry Labonte, 2 chances, can try to get the lead here. On a 1-2-4. He's going to make Bob use his chip. And he'll have another shot here. And a 3-6-2. Jeffrey holds him off. And last but not least, Harry Gant. And a 5-1's not getting it done on the turn number 39. And we got a bottom group. There is no bottom group. Turn 40 now. Okay, here we go with turn number 40. And another bottom group. Turn number 41. Only 100 miles left here, folks. 100 miles left. And we got a middle group of Reflex. First up is Feel Good. 2 chances here. And a 6 ain't getting it done. One more shot. No, not happening. Next up is Dwyer. Not with a 6. He's not in. He's got a problem. Dwyer's got a problem here, folks. Problems. He got a 64. And that's going to be an engine problem. And Dwyer in that 64 car is going to finish 18th. Everybody will move up here. Only 17 cars running now. And Rick with a chance to move up. Not with a 3, he can't. Jimmy Smut means. Nope. Here comes Terry Labonte. 2 chances. Try to get the lead here. Not with a 1-1. A 1-6-6. He'll get 7th away from Jeff Bodine. Here comes Handsome Harry Gant. And not with a 6 on the turn number 42. And we got a dual 8. And that is 6 cars. There is no 6 cars. In the middle group on the turn number 43. And that is top group of skill. Who's got the skill? And first up is Earnhardt. I'll take a 5 or 6 to get speed. 5 or a 6. And a 3-6, he'll burn one of his chips. Cal Petty's got 2 chances at him, and each one of them's got a chip. And a 6-3, he's going to burn his chip to make Lake burn his chip. Now he's got another shot at him. So look how quickly those 2 chips just disappeared, folks. And a 1-2, he can't get the job done. And that'll be it for turn number 43. On to turn number 44. And we got a duel of 4. And that'll be car number 4. That's Earnhardt going after DW. You know Earnhardt's going to do it. He does. And he'll get a chip. They'll put DW in a bad spot here. DW needs a 9 not to wreck. And he does. He holds on to it on the turn 45. And we got a middle group of control. Who's got control back here? First up's Eddie Burchell. See if he can make it out here. And that's going to be a 3-1-2. Not going to get her done. Next up is Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. Can he get himself up in this top group? Not with a 5-1, he can't. Next up is Jeffrey Bodine. And a 2-6-4. And Terry holds him off. And here comes Handsome Harry Gant. And not with a 6. We go to turn 46. 50 miles to go, folks. And it's a middle group. Smart. Who's smart back here? First up is Eddie. Eddie's smart. A 2-2-3. And he gets Bob. Goes from 17th up to 3rd. How about Eddie in that 6 car? Up into the top 5. Here comes Bobby Hillin Jr. And not with a 1-1. Buddy Arrington smart. And a 3. Yeah, 3-5-6. He's going to get 3-5-6. He's going to get 6 spot away from Kenny Schrader. So Buddy Arrington up in the top 5. And the last one at Smart's Handsome Harry Gant. Could get the lead here. Got 2 chances. Not with a 6. Here's his second chance. And a 3-5-4. And he's going to get 6 to wait. Darn it. Dropping stuff. He's going to get 6 away from Buddy Arrington. Move up into the top group here. And that'll be it for turn number 46. And here comes the final pit stops. The money stop, folks. Let's see what it's going to be. And Lake Speed's going to get a chip if he leads this lap. Yep, Lake Speed will get a chip if he leads this lap. Here's the pit stops. It's going to be the middle group, 3 and 4. Going to switch. And let's see who in the middle group can get some chips. First up is Buddy Arrington. See if he can get one. A 4. Buddy needed a 3. Bodine needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Jimmy Means needs a 3. Doesn't get it. Rick needs Snake Eyes. Doesn't get it. Bill needs a 9. And he gets it. Nice job by Ernie and the gang. Schrader needs a 3. Doesn't get it. Bowman needs Snake Eyes. Doesn't get it. Phil needs Snake Eyes. Doesn't get it. And Bobby Hillen needs a 5. He gets it. Nice job by that Snickers crew. And Bob Riley needs a 7 and gets it. So 3 of them get chips. Back here, we'll see if anybody can beat Lake Speed out of the pits. Okay, can anybody beat Mr. Lake Speed out of the pits here? A 4-6. Nope, he holds on to turn number 48. Here we go, folks. 30 miles to go here at the Monster Mile. That's going to be a top group of TV. And it'll take a 5 or 6 to get Lake here. First up's Terry Labonte. And a 2-4, nope. Handsome Harry Gant. A 2-1, nope. Cal Petty. A 4-2, nope. Last one's DW. Can he get the lead here? Not with a 5-1. Two turns to go, folks. 2 turns to go. And we got a top group of Star. Who's got the Star? First up is Harry Gant. Takes a 6 to beat Lake Speed. And a 1-5 can't get it done. DW's got 2 chances at him. And a 2-1 no. And a 3-5 no. And nobody else has Star. We're down to the final turn. White flag is out, folks. The white flag is out. Final turn of this race. Can Lake Speed hold on and win this race? Lake Speed's in the lead. Earnhardt second. Eddie Burchell third. How about that? DW fourth. Kyle Petty fifth. Harry Gant sixth. Terry Labonte seventh. Elliott eighth. Riley ninth. And rounding out the top 10 is Hillen Jr. 11th. Arrington. Bodine 12th. Means 13th. Newsom 14th. Schrader 15th. Bowman 16th. And Feel Good is 17th. Here we go. Final turn. And it's going to be the top group. And it's skill. So who's going to win this race, folks? Kyle Petty's got 2 chances at him. And it'll take a 5 or a 6 to beat him. And the Woods brothers get up there. Not with a 6-4. And Earnhardt's going to win this stinking race, folks, unless he rolls a triple, because he's got skill and he's got the chip. And a 3-2, he's going to have to burn his chip, wins the race. And that's your race, folks. Earnhardt is your winner. Chicken dinner. After wrecking. Who did he wreck? Oh, I can't remember who he wrecked. Was it Ricky Rudd? I think it was Ricky Rudd. Earnhardt wins this race, folks, on the final turn of the race. Only turn 50. Wait a second. We screwed the pooch. Lake should have got a chip. Yeah, Lake should have had a chip too. And that was going to keep Lake in the lead. I'm glad I looked at that because he led another 10 laps. He's led from lap 37. So on turn 47, he should have got another chip. So yeah. So that would mean he burns his chip and Lake burns his chip. Recalculation. They look at the scoring table and Lake Speed's your winner, folks. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Lake Speed wins this race. How about that? Because, yeah, he led 23 laps. So on turn 47, he should have got a chip for leading 10 laps in a row. So Lake Speed's your winner. How about that? Holds off all Earnhardt on the last turn. So Lake in the 75 car wins the race. And Earnhardt in the 3 car finishes second. And how about Eddie in the 6 car finishing third? That is awesome. DW, he finishes fourth. Cal Petty finishes fifth. Handsome Harry Gant finishes sixth. Texas Terry Labonte seventh. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville is eighth. And Bob Riley. How about old Rob, or Bob rather? Bob Riley finishes in the top 10 in that 60 car. Pretty damn impressive for Bob. Finishing in the top 10 is Bobby Hillin Jr. in that 8 car. Whoa. Buddy Arrington just out of the top 10. Finishes 11th. Nice race for Buddy. Jeffrey Bodine in the 5 car finishes 12th. Jimmy Smut Means, he finishes 13th. Finishing 14th is Rick in the 20 car. Nice job by Rick. Ken Schrader, he finishes 15th in that 90 car. Jerry Bowman will finish 16th. And the final car is still running, almost just like real life. There were 16 cars running. We had 17. And that is Feel Good. We'll finish 17th. I want to thank Pesky Pole for joining us here today. If you're new to the channel, folks, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Denver, hit that like button. It don't cost you anything to do that stuff. Till next time, you all have a great day and take care.